Starting this episode in my creative world here, and testing a wheat farm here. And this is a 5x5 multi-farm structure. So this is 180 farm blocks, and it is powered by one peat-fired engine, so one Minecraft joule per tick. And as you can see here, the farm is not able to harvest all the wheat that are growing here. You can see that it is able to keep up with this section here and this section here. This is probably the first area it picks, and then this one. And from time to time it will visit this section here. But here you can see it has even forgotten to replant. This area here isn't touched at all. So this is with one Minecraft joule per tick. I also want to very briefly show you my similar peat farm. It's a little bit easier to see how things develop here. This is actually with two Minecraft joule per tick. And as you can see, two Minecraft joule per tick seems to be fairly close to enough. There is this corner here, first of all, that is never even visited by the harvester. So that is never ever picked. So I'm going to guess that this will also need 3 Minecraft joule per tick. But we're going to start one more engine first and see how that's going to work. A short status report here, and as you can see, this is still running on 2 Minecraft joule per tick, by the way. And as you can see, it has been harvesting here without replanting, which is kind of odd. There is plenty of wheat inside the farm, seeds inside the farm, and he has been chewing through this section here, while also keeping this and this here harvested regularly. And it has also worked its way through here with some harvesting and replanting. So it looks like this is the last pieces of wheat here, and this corner here. I expect it to start replanting over here or some when this is done. But we'll see. The entire farm has now been replanted, and it's looking good. The test is not complete. I'm still a little bit afraid that we are going to need 3 Minecraft joules per tick, but we'll soon find out when this has grown to full maturity at least once. And then we'll start to see if the farm here is able to keep up with the growth with only 2 Minecraft joules per tick. Test complete, and it's now pretty obvious to me that 2 Minecraft joules per tick is going to be enough for the farm. So the question then is, would I need any extra energy for any machinery under here? And right now I don't think so. I have placed a moistener here to create mulch, but that doesn't need any energy. So I hope 2 is going to be enough. You can also see here from the blue energy line that most of the energy is actually used here, either by the pump or the farm. The pump is refilling both the farm and the moistener with water. The system is not going to look like this in my survival world, by the way. This is some initial experimentation with the moistener, and I found out that I can put seeds in from the bottom, and it will end up here and wheat in from the side. I thought that seed had to be filled in from the top, and that would have created some problems because the moistener has to have a block on top or be in complete darkness. So if I had to feed the seeds in from the top, I would run into problems with dark room and stuff like that. But this is going to work. It feels a little bit cheaty to just place a block on top of the moistener, and it suddenly believes that it is in darkness. But oh well, that's how it works. So going to use it that way. But yeah, test complete. 2 Minecraft joules per tick, and it looks like it's keeping up nicely. This area here will probably have some more wheat than the others, because this is the last area this is harvested. But the farm is able to harvest that as well eventually at a nice speed. But yeah, let's return to the survival world. Back in the overworld, and I just briefly want to show you what I've been doing here. So I've tried to change up my light sources here. I haven't gotten very far, but I've added some alternative light sources to reduce the number of torches. But some torches on the walls, in particular, is going to be it's going to stay. I think it feels more natural to have it on the walls. Up here, I have started with bee breeding, not bee breeding, comb production. So it's just beekeeping up here. I'm not going to do any cultivation or mutation here in base A. And the same down here. Going to have alvearies on these places here, and similar over here. So that's the plan. And down here, I will probably have the infernal bees, the bees from the nether, because they need help to work here. I need to increase the temperature and lower the humidity in the alvearies, so it's going to be a lot of machinery related to the alvearies actually. But the plan for this episode was a wheat farm, and the plan is to place that out here somewhere, and with some automation. So I'm thinking you should do that today. So I'm going to construct a platform, and I'm going to do that off camera, I think. The platform is now complete here, and I've even placed the farm and coded it as a crop farm for wheat. So it's now time for the piping. And let's see here. I have just the hatch, the gearbox, and the valve right next to each other on a row there. I'm going to start with the items. So wheat and seeds will come down there, and I have 1 diamond there, and so. And the moistener creating mulch is placed there. So wheat will go in there, red, and seed will go up like so on the white one. Let's see here. I also want 1 pipe there because I want 2 engines here. Now I can turn them. So. And this is how we connect to the gearbox. And we could place the pump right away as well, like so. So the water pool is going to be here. And the water pipes like so. So now the pump will provide water to the moistener. We also need to cover up here so that the moistener believes that it's dark. So it needs a block above there. Okay, so the finished product must be taken out of the moistener. So we need that. Need to do that with a wood pipe, and a wood pipe there to avoid any connection. And here I have an obsidian pipe actually, and a new diamond pipe, and some more transportation pipe like so. Actually, it's enough with 2 gold pipe, I think. And I think that's the essence of wheat and mulch creator here. Let's see, do I have any iron pipes here? I need 1 iron pipe. Yeah. Need an iron pipe there. Another obsidian pipe here. And I use obsidian pipes here because obsidian pipes do not connect. So that's the reason why I had there. And then these are the supply of peat and fertilizer for the farm. Oops. Lagging a little bit here. So fertilizer and peat. And these needs to be refilled somehow. So these are the input pipes. Oops. Let's see. Like so. So these are, yeah, buffer chests for the system here, and they are being refilled with items from here. And that's all the piping, I think. So on to gates and pipe wire and the routing rules. Let's start with the routing of items here. Output is here, so wheat and seeds comes down here. Wheat should go into the moistener in the side of the moistener. Seed should continue down. Down here we have the engines, so we need peat to go into the engines, like so. Was it? No, it was blue. So yeah, 50-50. The rest of the resources should travel, continue to travel there. Actually, we want, let's see, if fertilizer now comes from this end, it will just pass by here and straight up because there are no restrictions here. So it comes from the red and up the white. Here, seed should go up. That will fill this slot. And then when all the resources come here, we have to have some more rules, I think, because items are traveling in all directions. From here we get mycelium and mulch. That should go up. But let's see here. Items coming from here, peat and fertilizer, should go down. So we can put those like so. It's important that nothing goes in the red one. So we just block it with 1 peat. And we could do the same here. So if you block the blue one, like so, then the white and black one is open. No, the black one is, of course, yeah. So the only alternative now for there will be some overflow here, so not all wheat and seeds will go into the moistener. Some of it will just pass by here and just travel straight through, and the mycelium and mulch that comes from here will also travel up because black is blocked. So that's the rules, of course, here as well. Black, we want fertilizer and peat to go down and into these chests. And if you say that the fertilizer is the top one, was that blue? Yeah. That should be it for the routing of items. Let's just drop this in this chest here. Now to the logistics, the signaling. One gate there, and that asks for fertilizer. So we need a gold autarchic gate here, because this is fertilizer. And we're going to use blue pipe wire for that. And fairly simple, just if there is fertilizer level is low, then create a blue signal. Yeah, of course. So that's on. Here we are using an iron gate to detect if there is peat in the engine. And peat, then we need an iron autarchic gate there. And some pipe wire here. And we're going to use the rule, if fuel level below 25%, send the red signal. And here, like so. So that was those two. We also are setting up requesters here. So iron gate there and gold gate there. So the red wire is for peat and the blue one is for the fertilizer. Let's see, if space in inventory, blue. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Or that. And the same here, if space in inventory, the red signal. So those chests now indicate that they have room for more resources. Last but not least, a diamond autarchic gate on this. Oops, I need a new mouse, I think. Scroll wheel is not accurate enough, or maybe I just clean up inside. And we're using yellow pipe wire here. And so this is actually, when it comes to the red and blue wires here, it is actually this system asking for input resources, while the blue, the yellow one here is for when any external system is in need of mulch. So yeah, the idea behind the system here now is that I will not create mulch unless there is a system in need of mulch. So if we look over here, this system will create mulch all the time. It might not be enough mulch for example, a fermenter when I am starting the biomass creation. But in this case, we want all chestnuts to be turned into seed oil, and the byproduct is mulch. So this will create mulch. So in this case, we want all chestnuts to become seed oil. Over here it's a little bit different because we do not want all wheat to become mulch. The reason for that is that wheat is actually useful to us through other means. It is, for example, my food, and it's used for breathing, and eventually horses and hay bales. So wheat might actually be more useful than the mulch, but time will tell. So we're saving up the wheat instead of mulch, which is why this is a request system. We should test it, so let me prepare just a little bit. I have now filled these chests with some resources. The engines is almost ready to go, and I have some fertilizer and resources in the farm. I need to power these engines somehow. Guess I use iron gates here. I also created a small pool of water here. Let's see, space in inventory. Are we ready to run these systems now? I think so. So let's just start it. Let's see if anything is happening up here. Yep. The soil is being tilled. I should probably add some water here. Oops. So yeah, here you can see that the soil is being tilled in this area first, and then it's probably going to take this here, and that one over there in that order. But I'm going to let this was very slow, so I'm going to let it do this off camera, I think. I have found the first mistake I did, and there is one resource here that I had forgotten: ash. So this engine is producing ash, and I need to handle that somehow. And I'm going to do that by preventing ash from going up. So I'm going to block white with fertilizer, because fertilizer is the only resource that should go up there. So that should do it for ash as well. Ash will then, when coming out of the engine, it will go in the red there and up and out. Another thing I didn't really talk about is why I had dirt here. Well, it turns out that even if this is a manual farm and I have already placed dirt down, it somehow it is using dirt when tilling the soil. So I could have done that manually. I could just have spammed a hole up here, and then I hadn't. Then the dirt here would have been unnecessary. But yeah, doesn't really matter. Now it's tilled and planted in automatically for me. So the wheat farm here is completely planted, and the harvesting is well on its way. You will see that I have plenty of wheat here already. I've been letting it run for quite a while, and the reason why there is no seed here is that because I've turned it into seed oil. There's one thing here that we haven't tested yet, and that is how does this work. So I'm going to, as you can see, I haven't really connected this to anything yet, and that's probably going to be done in a different episode, but we can take a closer look at how this will look. So first, it will extract all the mycelium. The mycelium should go up. And to this chest here. And when the mycelium is taken out, actually now you can see that it started working again here, because I had a stack here of 64 mycelium, but now that there are some room, it has started to process more. And now it is taking out the mulch. I have so much mulch to spare, so I don't think I'm going to let it run too long. Just to see that the items is flowing correctly here. But yeah, that was the wheat farm and mycelium maker. I think that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope this was a nice build and that it is something you can use. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.